Good afternoon, dear students. Once again, welcome online lecture for sociology. In this PPT is second topic of the first unit is colonial period. But the introductory part of the first topics related to the second topic. As a learner in modern India, critically look at belief, practices, tradition, customs, pattern of behavior that continue to be followed even today also. Surely, this is the result of socialization and cultural transmission from one generation to the next. Generation to generation, social change were accepted. New ways of life of the people is changing due to the impact of modernity, westernization, globalization, and privatization also. It is most important for us in the present times to ask question about why practices or customs or beliefs continued, because it is a necessity to develop the social background of our community and our society. So it's a most important part of our social life also. There is certainly no homogeneity that characterizes the whole of complex and composite cultures. No homogeneity means heterogeneity, and heterogeneity means variety of people of their caste, creed, race, gender, color, etc. There are inherent contradiction and conflicting ideas because this is the complexities of the composite cultures. This is the beauty of plurality, means variety or variations and complexities of the social life of the people. Plural means different, variety, and complexities means the complex between complexities or a very complex people within the social life of the people. A worldview that comprehend historical disruptions and complexities in multi-layered realities can be called as the social imagination. The social imagination, the concept were used in sociology, means the social realities of society. Now the next very important topic of the first unit and the second subtopic is colonial period. The colonial period in India is generally referred to as the age of European conquest in this region. The Portuguese entered India for trade in the 16th century. By the early 17th century, the Dutch and British also landed on our areas. The French too came to India, but their presence is failed to came to India, but their presence is failed, especially in Pondicherry, means now the Pondicherry, in South India. The British continued to rule India till the 20th century, means the 150-year British rule in India. The spread of Christianity in the Anglican tradition, means the Church of England, during the British presence in India is evident. One cannot deny the fact that several systems were set in place under British rule in India. Some of the social reforms were also possible because of the British policies. Several systems were set up. Some social reforms were also possible because of the British policies, the British rule. Let us look at the some consequences of colonialism in India. Means how colonies done their activities, how react people of India, and what type of changes, yeah, which type of changes occur in the Indian society. And the first consequences of colonialism in education. The British set up a system of education which had for reaching impact on Indian society. The medium of instruction in the high school now became English. It became common language of communication among the learned people. Schools and colleges were open to all individuals, irrespective of their caste, creed, gender, religion, etc. The Indian Universities Act 1856 enabled the establishment of the first universities in India, that is Calcutta, Bombay, and Madras. Now the Kolkata, Mumbai, and Madras University. They were modeled after the University of London. The context of the education was not religion oriented. It was secular. And what do you mean by secular is? Secular means the all religions are equal. There is no discrimination between people. All the people of India is equal, which included all the peoples are given equal opportunities for education. For example, which included subjects like mathematics, science, philosophy, sociology, history, etc. These led to the rise of a new class of intelligentsia, means intelligent society, intellectual society, who were of Indian origin but trained in with Western values, Western cultures, Western practices, Western traditions, Western customs, and Western type of life of the people, and the impact of Westernization on the Indian society. Some of them play a very significant role in the reforms movement. For example, new values like the rationality, equality, fraternity, social justice, secular, secular approach, and individualism gain the firmer ground. And the second very most important point is culture after education. Education is one of the most impactful factor in Indian society, change the total way of life of the people, and here the culture. Many of the educated elite class people took to the lifestyle of the British with respect to their food habits, dressing, customs, mannerism, attitudes, beliefs, language, sports, and entertainment, etc. Means the impact of British people on Indian society, on Indian people also. They change, means India's people change due to the impact of the British people because of their cultural traits. Now, the eminent Indian sociologist Dr. M. N. Srinivas referred to this concept as the process of imitation of the British is called as westernization. Westernization is the process where people adopted ideology, culture, dressing, habits, tradition, customs, attitude, beliefs, etc. with respect to the Western countries. Westernization is a neutral term, but the impact of Western culture also, Western education, Western dress style, etc. The impact of Western culture has been classified into four types by Altas. First one is eliminative changes, that is, fading out of cultural elements. Second one is additive, additive changes, that is new cultural addition. Means additive means addition, eliminative means fading elements. Supportive changes, that is changes that support the existing cultural traits. And the synthetic changes, that is the synthesis of the old and new cultural changes accepted by the Indian people. Means the impact of westernization on Indian society. Eliminative, additive, supportive and synthetic. Next one is the education is the first, second one is culture, now the third one is administration. How British was tackle the issues of Indian people due to the impact of their administration policies. The British started the system of services like the economic services, education services, revenue services and administrative services. It was the English educated Indian who entered the administrative services to assist the British people, British ruler, in governing the land and its people. Because of the policy were accepted by the British people, only education was provided, only English educated people were entered into the policy of administration. And the services provided by the English people. But Indian people, those who are acquire the knowledge of English medium education. Means a new judiciary system was also created. Now this one is already adopted our country, judiciary systems. Its implementation was carried out on a secular basis. All are equal, there is no any discriminations of their caste, creed, race, color, any type of discrimination is not there. All the people of country is equal there. The authority of feudal lords and zamindars was abolished, effecting gradual permissions of democratic values into Indian psyche and society, with psychosociological changes with respect to the democratic values. Feudal system were accepted here. Everybody is given a common rights and duties. The Indian Councils Act, the Indian High Court Act, and the Indian Civil Service Act of 1861 all led to the major changes in the executives, legislatives, and judicial administration of India. Means all the acts is reforms in the Indian society were related to our councils, our high courts, civil services, executive, legislative, and judicial administrations. Means Indian people develop through these variety of acts and their rules and regulations of the British people. Now the impact of economic. The economic system got transformed by the industrial growth and its twin process of urbanization. Urbanization is the process whereby rural people migrated to the urban areas. Means the process of migration is related to the urbanization. The small cities were growing very fast and developing all the areas of the cities, whereby industrial growth is also there. The economies is also caste-based skills and occupations and social relationship were gradually changing due to the impact of changing economy and the rise of factories. Because number of factories act, factory system was inhaled by the British people. Means they started factories in India. Cotton industries, cloth industries, mine industries. A number of other industries were established by the British people, especially colonial period. The emergence of economic and educated classes were on the rise. Economic classes and educated classes is rise due to the impact of the economy. Traditional barriers were gradually dropped. Means the traditional way of life of the people, this one is dropped by the British people. British administrations and British policy is related to this. New revenue system were started by the British in different parts of the India, which affected by the peasants adversely. There was a commercializations of agriculture also. This agriculture is not based only for the food grains. It's related to the variety of agricultural foods and products were commercialized. Subsistence economy was replaced by a market system that thrived on profiteering. Profit-based society, profit-based economy, not only a subsistence economy. What do you mean by subsistence economy? Subsistence economy means only a hand-to-mouth existence. Means your wages is related to your food only, not to go out, not to go beyond this. The spurt in growth of cash crops had an inverse effect on growth of food crops. Means the growth of cash crops, not only for a food crops only. The famines in Bengal and Odisha in 1856 bear testimony to this. Means the British colonial people was help to the famines also in Bengal and Odisha. Transport and communications. What are the impact of British colonialism in Indian society, especially on transport and communication? The system of railways and roadways and post and telegraphs offices were set up by the British people, especially colonial period. It became possible to reach people in all parts of the country and access resources because of the railways, roadways, post, telegraphs. That type of offices were set up, and their impact is on the possibilities people to move one place to the another place within a certain limited time. In the year 1869, the Suez Canal was opened to promote the trade interest. Earlier, the Indian raw material could not easily to transport it to England. They actually developed to the transportations and communication systems led to an increase in market outlets for Indian raw materials to go England, and they were already produce a new material. Means not only use the raw material, these material were used as a raw material, and supplements again produce a transport to the market. Nationalist movement. Use of English as a common language of communication among the educated elite played a significant role in networking, promoting nationalism, and thereafter the nationalist movement received a momentum. And what are the impact of Indian society due to this? Actually, the people were aware about their rights and duties. The awakening among the Indian masses against the alien rules resulted in the call for the expulsion of British from India and to fight for independence. Means the nationalist movement was started against the British people, against the British India, as colonial period. In the 19th century, saw the emergence of Indian Nationalist Congress and Mahatma Gandhi as the key figure in the call for independence. Mahatma Gandhi is a Rashtrapita of our country, and Mahatma Gandhi was started the movement of nationalist movement in our country, and people aware about their rights, duties, and the freedom of our country. Social reform movements. It was the educated Indians, often from the upper class social strata, who spearheaded the agenda of the change at the micro social levels. For example, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, Shahu Maharaj, Savitribai Phule, number of social reformers started the movement against the social evil practices. For example, Raja Ram Mohan Roy was started the movement against the Sati prohibition, Sati Act, and Sati Act was already passed by the British, but due to the influence of the impact of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. The 19th century is witness to the emergence of many social and religious reform movement. For example, the example is here movement of social reforms and the founder of the particular social reforms. Brahmo Samaj was founded by the Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and Raja Ram Mohan Roy making some champion of the women's rights also, making a social changes in education, social rules and regulations, etc. Arya Samaj was founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Prarthana Samaj, Atmaram Pandurang Tarkhadkar, Satya Shodhak Samaj, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Harijan Sevak Sangha, Mahatma Gandhi, Theosophical Society, Annie Besant, Seva Sadan, Behramji Malbari, Dharma Sabha, Radhakant Deb, Wahhabi Movement, Sayyid Walihullah, Self-Respect Movement, V. Ramaswamy Periyar. Means all the movements of our society making changes due to the impact of the social reformers. And social reformer started the movement against the social problems, social issues, and social narrow-minded mentality. Means all the reformers, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Mahatma Phule, Shahu Maharaj, Mahatma Gandhi, etc. All these social reformers changes their life due to the impact of and their impact is on the society, and society aware about their rules, regulations, acts, and their freedom also. All these groups struggle to bring about changes at the local level. They work towards the reforming of obsolete, repressive, and regressive religious practices, because Christianity was impacted by is an impact on the Indian society. Many groups work to promote education among the weaker section of the Indian society, especially scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other backward classes, lower backward classes, and all other section of the society, especially women and so-called lower caste people. Organization like the Arya Samaj aimed at restoring Vedic traditions and integrating Vedic knowledge with the modern curriculum. Arya Samaj was founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati in Mumbai and in Lahore in the year 1875. But what are the impact of Vedic traditions and rituals of the modern syllabus? And it actually, people was already know about their culture, traditions, rituals, ideology, way of lives, etc. Next one is social legislation. It refers to law passed to promote social justice, social welfare, desirable social change, as well as protection of vulnerable sections and weaker section of Indian society. The increase in the number of reformative groups could enable Indian to exert pressure upon the British government for passing the laws against the prevalent social evil practices. and the impact of the British government on the Indian society, and they actually making some social reforms in our country. They provided hope to those who were victims of the injustice. Now the last PPT of this presentation is the number of acts made by the British government. Their years and name of the act is given here. One by one, we will see the one by one. Year and name of the act. In the year 1829, the Sati Prohibition Act was passed by the British government, but impact of the Raja Ram Mohan Roy. 1843, the Indian Slavery Act. 1850, the Caste Disabilities Removal Act. 1856, the Hindu Widow Remarriage Act. 1870, the Female Infanticide Prevention Act. 1872, the Civil Marriage Act. And 1929, the Child Marriage Restraint Act. Number of laws was passed by the British government, and what are the impact on Indian society is Indian society accepted the new ways of life of the people. They changing their lifestyles, their traditions, education, transportations, culture, and other way of life of the people. The social changes accepted by the Indian people due to the impact of colonial period. Means all these points is very necessary of this PPT making their changes. Now the next topic we will see after the next lecture. Thank you, thank you, thank you.